Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today, we want to touch upon a very important topic, the power of empathy and the significance of never judging one another. In a world where differences exist, it is crucial to remember that understanding and compassion can bridge gaps and foster unity. So, let's dive into the discussion on why we should never judge one another. Judgment. To start, let's define what judgment means. Judgment is the act of forming an opinion or making a decision about someone or something without having all the facts or understanding their perspective. It often stems from preconceived notions, biases, or limited understanding. The danger of judging others. When we judge others, we fail to see the bigger picture. We may inadvertently hurt someone's feelings, create divisions, or miss out on valuable connections. It's important to remember that everyone has their own unique experiences, struggles, and perspectives. Empathy, the antidote to judgment. Empathy is the key to breaking free from judgment. It is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. By putting ourselves in someone else's shoes, we can gain a deeper understanding of their experiences and challenges. Benefits of practicing empathy. When we embrace empathy instead of judgment, we open ourselves up to a world of benefits. Firstly, it allows us to build stronger relationships with others. By understanding their emotions and experiences, we can connect on a deeper level and foster meaningful connections. Breaking stereotypes and assumptions. Empathy also helps us break free from stereotypes and assumptions. By taking the time to understand someone's story, we can challenge our own biases and preconceived notions, allowing us to see people as individuals rather than a part of a group. Cultivating a culture of acceptance. When we stop judging others and start practicing empathy, we contribute to a culture of acceptance. We create an environment where people feel comfortable expressing themselves without fear of judgment, fostering a more inclusive society. Empathy starts with self-reflection. To truly embrace empathy, we must start with self-reflection. It requires us to examine our own judgments and biases, acknowledging areas where we can grow and improve. By being aware of our own shortcomings, we can become more open-minded and understanding. The power of perspective. One of the reasons why we should never judge one another is because everyone has their own unique perspective. It's important to remember that our own experiences and beliefs shape how we see the world. By acknowledging and respecting different perspectives, we can foster a more inclusive and understanding society. Overcoming stereotypes. Stereotypes often lead to unfair judgments. They are generalizations that oversimplify and categorize people based on certain characteristics or traits. It's crucial to challenge these stereotypes and recognize that individuals are much more complex than any label or assumption. The ripple effect of judgment. When we judge someone, it not only affects them but also has a ripple effect on others. Judgment can create a negative atmosphere, perpetuate stereotypes, and even lead to discrimination. By choosing empathy over judgment, we can break this cycle and promote a more positive and harmonious environment. Learning and growth. When we approach others with empathy instead of judgment, we open ourselves up to learning and personal growth. Each person we encounter has something unique to offer, and by listening and understanding, we can broaden our own perspectives and become more compassionate individuals. Celebrating diversity. Our differences should be celebrated, not judged. Each person brings a unique set of strengths, talents, and experiences to the table. When we embrace diversity and appreciate the richness it brings to our lives, we create a more vibrant and inclusive society. Empathy as a teachable skill. Empathy is not something we are born with, but rather a skill that can be developed and nurtured. By actively practicing empathy, we can become better at understanding others and building stronger relationships. It's never too late to start cultivating this essential skill. Being mindful of our words and actions. Words and actions have the power to impact others deeply. It's important to be mindful of the judgments we may unknowingly express through our language or behavior. By choosing our words and actions carefully, we can contribute to a more compassionate and accepting world. Let's see what scriptures and Holy Bible says about judging each others. Matthew 7:1 Do not judge so that you will not be judged. Luke 6:37 Do not judge, and you will not be judged, and do not condemn, and you will not be condemned, pardon, and you will be pardoned. James 5:9 Do not complain, brethren, against one another, so that you yourselves may not be judged. Behold, the judge is standing right at the door. Romans 14:13 Therefore let us not judge one another anymore, but rather determine this, not to put an obstacle or a stumbling block in a brother's way. James 4:12 There is only one lawgiver and judge, the one who is able to save and to destroy. But who are you who judge your neighbor? James 4:11 Do not speak against one another, brethren. He who speaks against a brother or judges his brother, speaks against the law and judges the law. But if you judge the law, you are not a doer of the law but a judge of it. 1 Corinthians 11:31 But if we judged ourselves rightly, we would not be judged. 1 Corinthians 4:5 Therefore do not go on passing judgment before the time, but wait until the Lord comes, who will both bring to light the things hidden in the darkness and disclose the motives of men's hearts, and then each man's praise will come to him from God. James 2:13 For judgment will be merciless to one who has shown no mercy, mercy triumphs over judgment. Acts 18:15 But if there are questions about words and names and your own law, look after it yourselves. I am unwilling to be a judge of these matters. 1 Corinthians 4:3 But to me it is a very small thing that I may be examined by you, or by any human court. In fact, I do not even examine myself. Colossians 2:16 Therefore no one is to act as your judge in regard to food or drink or in respect to a festival or a new moon or a Sabbath day. Romans 14:3 The one who eats is not to regard with contempt the one who does not eat, and the one who does not eat is not to judge the one who eats, for God has accepted him. Romans 14:4 Who are you to judge the servant of another? To his own master he stands or falls, and he will stand, for the Lord is able to make him stand. Romans 14:10 But you, why do you judge your brother? Or you again, why do you regard your brother with contempt? For we will all stand before the judgment seat of God. John 12:47 If anyone hears my sayings and does not keep them, I do not judge him, for I did not come to judge the world, but to save the world. John 3:17 For God did not send the Son into the world to judge the world, but that the world might be saved through him. John 8:15 You judge according to the flesh, I am not judging anyone. John 5:22 For not even the Father judges anyone, but he has given all judgment to the Son. Revelation 22:11-12 He who is unjust, let him be unjust still. He who is filthy, let him be filthy still. He who is righteous, let him be righteous still. He who is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I am coming quickly, and my reward is with me, to give to everyone according to his work. In conclusion, let's remember that we should never judge one another. Instead, let's choose empathy, understanding, and acceptance. By doing so, we can create a world where everyone feels valued and respected. Thank you for watching, and until next time, let's spread empathy and kindness.